Peace. In noon times, we're back with another reading. I wanted to do a part 2 to Muhammad. In this particular case, I wanted to ask the question, was Muhammad married to a 6-year-old as they claim in Islam? Alright, so we know that terror is one of the tools you can use to reach in any point in history if you got enough information to know how to ask the question. And if your interpretation is pretty decent, you should be able to glean some kind of information that'll help you out. So this is for entertainment purposes. I'm not religiously affiliated in this religion or other religions. I follow Noon Science, which deals with all space, matter, and time, and that a lot of the information that religion has been pushing forward has been definitely altered by 6 ether powers for deception purposes and control and all of that. So that's the first question we're going to ask. Was Muhammad married to a 6-year-old, as they say? One card popped up. Was Muhammad married to a 6-year-old? We already did a video asking the question, was Muhammad a prophet? And the answer came out no. But he was spiritually confronted. And I did other videos dealing with that in, I think other videos. I don't know if I put it up yet on my bit sheet, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. So let's keep going. See what the cards say. Okay, there's 2 minutes came out. Whoa. It's 2 minutes trying to jump out. Second pop out. Okay, and a command law popped out. 2 more. Whoa. Okay, we got 2 more that popped out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get 1 more. Alright, we got a 6th one popped out. Alright, and we have at the bottom of the deck for future is Zantu and Zentar in the reverse. That's in reverse. All right, let's get the cracker lacking. All right, so the first card we have is the Sun God Uriah's card. All right, so Utah on the back, she's back again. And we got the Sun God as well. All right, and it's upright. So once the confirmation card, if you look at the front of my hat, you can't make this up. You see the word Utah. So it's like a confirmation that True Peace Utah, that I'm giving the reading. All right, so, and it's in the upright. It said this card symbolizes the Ethiopian afterlife, godhood, priesthood, sovereignty, able to do good, like all the original gods and goddesses, orbs, demigods, and demigoddesses incarnated in human form. Perfection. All right, so it's not in its reversal. This is a justice card, but also at this point, it's just confirming that I'm giving the reading, and that I have the ability to do good or bad like the original gods. All right. All right, this is a high-ranking card. All right. The second one, look at this. A confirmation card. It's my card right here. So this is that one coming back to back. So it says stands for true peace, patience, ambition, security, writings, scientific predictions, communication, judges, weird love style, moral codes, cold personality, goals, uncontrollable energy, diligent, perfectionist. Look at that same word, perfection was in the first card. Solve problems, laws, philosophy, charitable, true angels, helps the suffering, sensitive, caregiver to a fault. All right, so that's two cards. So two more confirmation cards. Jupiter's here, which is Jupiter. All right, also called Horus in the temple of Dendera and Kemet. So now we have commandment law number 1. All right, so this is an upright. So we know that in a lot of places, that's a no-no around the world where adults shouldn't be marrying children. But we know that this stuff is happening in places where it ain't just a Muslim thing. I did a video a while back where this is taking place in Indonesia, on Java Island. It's a cult down there where the poor parents give their young male child over to these priests, and they become their companions and sexual cohorts and things like that, and they pay them a certain amount of money for that. And so you could do research on that too. So it's not just Muslims who are engaging in this thing around the world, in Iran and Arabia. There's other places this behavior is taking place. Now, it's a no-no to a lot of people on planet Earth, but at the same time, in the bottom half, these things take place. Sex trafficking and all this stuff like that. And they have a lot of people who are engaging in this in the open and in private and secret. This is why the hip hop world is now being exposed, the audience, to what you see with Sean Carter and Sean Combs, aka Puff and Jigga. So it's a mystical thing, it's a negative spiritual thing, and they have to engage in these type of rituals with human beings of age and under in order for them to continue receiving the so-called blessings. This is what they get. The spirit gods and goddesses, negative ones and spirits in general, who engage in this stuff after they are practicing these these deep underworld ghost god rituals is why they get the fame and the fortune. You don't get it without engaging in that. So this is a commandment law, and this commandment law says, let me say it, I'm sorry. Listen to reason. We now shall go to other commandments. Do for others what you would want done for self, the same time that each time the condition are the same. This law teach us not to be selfish, but kind and helpful to others in need. Minimize your sensual pleasures by maximizing your villages and resisting to temptation the same way each time conditions are the same. So this right here is a law that's talking about being vigilant for sex. So we know that this is basically dealing with people who are of age to be able to practice positive sex between each other. But we're talking about sex between older and younger. And so this law came up as saying do not do such a thing. But we know in Noon, because the way Zoopoo works, it still creates these avenues. All right. So this is a commandment law, and it's saying that it shouldn't be done by moral standards, and the fact that there's a major difference between somebody is above a pubescent or puberty and a person that's, say, a teen and all the way up. But we know that this happens. All right. A lot of things people shouldn't do, but they do. People shouldn't be, ex-scientists experimenting with animals and human beings, or creating all types of deadly viruses and putting them into places to see how it works, weapons, stuff that we all say it shouldn't happen. It happens. All right, so now we got 3 cards that came out confirming what we got going on. So now we got a universe intestines card. All right. And I think the intestine is the Pisces in the zodiac. Yeah, water powers, absorption powers, able to decompose big issues, mentally, physically, and spiritual issues into manageable situations. Provides powers of time, change, matter, and continuity, uninterrupted movement, and change. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to dissolve this matter and just move it forward and get this this particular topic dealt with. All right, so that's what we're doing. So now we have the 3 South Cataclysm card in reverse. All right, we are at 3 South, but it's in reverse. And the reverse of 3 South is 9 North. But in this card here, it says Zeus, Mercury, Thoth, Pan, Ghost God and Goddess, Rock Bottom, Heaven's Perfection, South Pole and Sex, Underworlds are the universes, waters, gases, ethers, negative and space, matter, and time, homosexuality, capitalism, religion, peaking in activity, failing, cults, wars, Armageddon everywhere, aliens, close evolution in 2025, a current card. So it's the opposite of this. So we know that 9 North is where chemical gases of nature had hit its perfected point and was now going over into negative. But 9 North is way more positive than 3 South. All right, so you might have to get some clarity on that, but this is a chemical thing. All right, so we know that also there's a chemical imbalance in the minds of individuals that are attracted to underage children. We know that so that's what this card is saying. It's a chemical thing. Something is an imbalancement, has peaked and now it's going over into the negative. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a situation where a person is at a certain age, but yet something in their minds tells them to look at a child. Because the Quran doesn't say you can marry young girls. Maybe they pull that up out the hadith. I don't know. But I think in the Quran it doesn't say that. All right, so I may have to get a clarification. Even though 3 South, it went to the north, I still think that's, that's pretty much what it's saying. All right, so let's look at the next card. It's the reverse oils mental contact card in the reverse. Okay, and it says, and see, this is the opposite. So it says, so it's positive spirit beings. They're not imitating the orbs. They're giving correct ancient information, teaching religion, right? As positive, right? Invisible guides of nature. We're talking about spirit forces. Mental. Now in the reverse, it goes into mentality downgraders, galactic separation of family. In Zupu's name, spirits refuse to carry your memories and personality to the next life. So this is in the reverse. So it's telling you it's a downgrade. Now this is following the 3 South card in reverse with this 9 North chemical. I told you something is happening in here. So this card is telling you that there's mentality downgraders, galactic separation of family, right? Because this will cause a family to separate. And if you watch a lot of videos on it, when they showing a man showing up to take a little girl from her home, they're not always happy about that. All right, so this is a bottom half 6 ether to 3 ether practice. All right, and they're using religion to commit these acts. All right, this negative spirit beings are behind that. So let's look at the Zentu and Zentar card, because it was at the bottom in reverse, and it says, these brand new gods and goddesses, I'm just reading it outright, who are responsible for all reproductive organs in animals, mammals, and insects, reptiles, and mankind from Java Island. So we know that the Phoenician race in Noon and the Mongolian and Indian race came from Java Island. So this is a mankind card, and it's talking about reproductive organs, that we're talking about sex. From Java Island, the volcanoes underneath, these are colony-driven powers as well as reproductive aggressive powers that promote conception, life, birth, and money, spiritual, economic, etc., similar to his countercard. This card in reverse is the stoppage of his positive powers, because I don't think they had any children. Let me see. Let me just do a quick search real quick. Did Prophet Muhammad and Aisha have children? Okay, said no. Aisha and Islamic Prophet Muhammad did not have any children together, but he had children with his first wife, Khadija, as well as with Maria al-Qibtiyya. All right, so there's no kids. So this card in the reverse is telling you that there was no children. So that's good. So we're still up to par. Let's get some energy. Okay, let's try another deck. This is Larry the 6 year old. Whoa. Got a whole lot of cards. the cards that came out. Try another one. Cards came out. Prophet Muhammad married a 6-year-old. Whoa. All right, we got 3 of these. Let's see what it has to say. Now, the first card came out was anti-law number 6. All right, it's one of my cards I made. But look what it say. Slander, talking trash, trying to get clout, views, clicks, start trouble, leads to death, fighting, arrest, false accusations, lies, no care for consequences. So that's the first the card came out. So that means that saying that this man married a 6-year-old is slanderous in itself, because most societies don't deal with that kind of thing that has any reasonability. Did the Quran tell Muhammad to marry a 6-year-old? All right, they said there is no evidence that the Quran told Muhammad to marry a 6-year-old, but the age of Aisha, one of Muhammad's wives, has been a source of debate. Some classical sources say that Aisha was 6 or 7 years old when she married Muhammad, but others claim she was 18 or 19 at the time of consummation. All right. Who said Muhammad married a 6-year-old? Ibn Sa'id's biography of Muhammad claims Aisha was between 6 and 7-year-old when she married him. However, the age of Aisha at the time of her marriage to Muhammad has been a source of controversy and debate. According to Sahih al-Bukhari, Aisha was then engaged to Muhammad a year later at 6 years of age. So, you know, it could be Sahih Bukhari spreaded this slander. This is, according to the cards, this is slander. All right. The next card that came out is anti-law number 5. It said drug use for fun, folly and bad decisions, unwanted pregnancies, STDs, broken families, car accident, fight in clubs and other gatherings. So this is another one. This is talking about drug use. Somebody, you know, they must have been high on something to even put that out there. You don't even have to, it didn't even have to be a person that's considered a prophet for somebody to even put that out there. That didn't make no sense to put that out there. That does not make any sense. What type of drugs was around in Prophet Muhammad's time? So here's just talking about some, these is more medicine anyway. Honey, olive oil, dates, Miss White, Nigella sativa, also known as black seed or black cumin. This plant and its oils were considered beneficial by Muhammad. So this, yeah, man. Was drug use used in Mecca in Prophet Muhammad's time? It said there isn't much information about drugs use in Mecca during the time of Prophet Muhammad, but there's some related information about Mecca during that time. So most likely they probably was using herbs and different things like that. Somebody was, but since Sahih Bukhari is the one that produced that, you know, that's considered slander. The card saying Sahih Bukhari is slandering Muhammad, and that there was some drugs involved in that or something. But we know that this is what happened. So now we got the death card in reverse. And the card says, life focuses on instinctual, sexual, animal, and base needs. Physical needs take over. Fear of financial trouble affects all decisions. Possible loss of home, job, and financial stability. Reversal of fortune. See to your own needs. Build up a reserve. Savings and insurance will help guard against disaster. Keep a reserve of money. So this is death. All right. So one of the things that pops out here is about sexual stuff. So this is death in reverse. So I think, let me see, death and upright is signifying either the metaphorical personal rebirth followed by a great change in your life, of the literal death of someone you know, renewal, personal growth. So the top half and his right side up is about renewal, and the bottom half is more like, you know, the fear of financial trouble affects all decisions, possible loss of home, job, and all of that. So this one here with the death card in reverse, let me get a little bit more on this. What's the zodiac sign of the death card in tarot? The death card is associated with the zodiac sign Scorpio. All right, so, and we know that Scorpio is represented by the moon. We know that Islam's flag is a moon. Right, the death card is about transformation and stuff, but it's in the reverse. That's not a transformation. Something is stuck, and this is one of these things. People are being stuck because this card, the two cards before, is about drug use and slander, and whoever contributed to saying that Prophet Muhammad married a 6-year-old didn't cause problems. So now we got the Emperor card in reverse, all right, which is an older man. All right, so we know Prophet Muhammad, I think he died at what, 40, 50? Hold on. What age did Prophet Muhammad die? It's about 61 or 62. All right. So we have an older man sitting on the throne, but now it's in reverse. And it says, lack of maturity and self-control, a pushy, domineering bully, a self-centered person, danger or serious injury in competition or battle, loss or prestige, shame, loss of job, loss of control, abuse of power, domination. So now it's kind of following up behind the death card. Now we know that Muhammad did get hurt in the battle. What battle did Prophet Muhammad get hurt in? It said Prophet Muhammad was injured during the Battle of Uhud. Location in Mount Uhud, close to Medina. Opponents, Muslims against the Quraysh tribe from Mecca. Outcome, although the Muslims initially had the upper hand, a strategic mistake led to significant loss in the Prophet Muhammad's injury. In this particular card, it says, lack of maturity and self-control, a pushy, domineering bully, a self-centered person, danger of serious injury in competition or battle, loss of prestige. See? So, loss of job, loss of control, abuse of power. So that's what this is saying. This definitely confirming Muhammad was domineering. In this case, it's just confirming. And the fact that they fought on horses, you got the death card, But if the guys look dressed up on a horse, but the horse in reverse, and Muhammad was riding on the horse, he got hurt. All right, so the Page of Pentacles. All right, the Page of Pentacles is pages or teams in tarot. So we have a young person with a one pentacle, and we know that Aisha was young. All right, so if you know about pages in the tarot, they are the children and teenagers of the tarot deck. All right, can't make this up. And it says signifies a male, or you can say female under 30, right? She was considered 6, so this is under 30, who's high-spirited, engaging, and optimistic, makes friends easily, sociable and charming, intelligent, educated, with good common sense, loyal, honest, trustworthy, thinks before he speaks. This person trusts you and looks out for your best interest. He will have an effect on your life. So this is a young person. All right. And it says in my little notebook I wrote, is it up here? Let's see. Let me see if I got that. I should. Let me see. Magician. I think a page is in minor color. Swords. Okay, tarot meanings. This is a large book. I may have to just come back to this. Let me jump to the back real quick. Kings, queens, 6s, 7s, aces, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Let's see. All right, the cups. All right, it says the cups tarot card represents your emotions, intuition, and relationships. These cards can guide you in love and help you grow through understanding and processing your highest and lowest feelings. So that's another thing with the cups. And you're talking about having emotions in the cup, you know, with water. It says cups represent the element of water, symbolizing our emotions often connected to love and relationships. Water is a female passive energy. We're talking about Aisha, female. If there's a large proportion of cup cards in the spread, then it tends to suggest emotional matters are in the frame. With the, okay, so that's it on that. All right, so we're gonna leave that to that. So the question, so basically saying is slander by saying that. Now the question we can ask is, because if something is slander, that means that it has to be a lie. All right, so that's what I'm getting out the cards, is that he did not marry a 6-year-old. Because they're saying it's slander. I don't even think I should have to ask if he had sex with a 9-year-old. But just to clear it, just do the last deck. Did Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old? We already got a whole bunch of stuff came out. We got another page. It's a teenager. We have a pentacle in the reverse. All right. We have, I think this is the Ten of Swords. What's it like this? Okay, the Ten of Swords in the upright. And we have the Six of Swords in the upright. All right, so real quick. So now we got the Page of Swords, which I told you the pages are the teens and stuff and youngins in the deck. So we see that. So we talk that Mrs. Confirmation, we're still talking about a young person. It said delayed news, patience needed, ideals, inspiration, planning, vigilance, protective guarded, fairness, think before you speak, don't get drawn into arguments, mental agility. And you can see the word no on the card as well. Then you got the Pentacles in the reverse, right? Which, you know, it represents stability and things like that. He said lack of money, poor, financial control, lack of opportunities or lost opportunities. All right, so we got the Pentacle in reverse. And it's basically being poor, because this is when you get money. Because that's what a Pentacle is. See how big it is? And it's an Ace of Pentacles at that. So that represents money, but it's in reversal, represent poor. So we know that Muhammad was poor. But then again, look what we got. The Ten of Swords is in a man's back. See him laying on the bottom? And you see the word no on him. All right. And it says backstabbing, betrayal, enemies, bitching, bad mouthing. See, this is following up the first card we got, slandering. It's coming back again. Enemies, bitching, bad mouth, bitterness, doormat, failure, ruin, collapse, breakdown, exhaustion, inability to cope, curses, rock bottom. So they slandered Muhammad. So I'm gonna see if I can find this. What hadith said Muhammad married a 6-year-old? All right, it's showing, I'm just looking at Sunnah.com. This is what popped up. It's showing 67 wedlock marriage, nikah. Chapter 40, the marrying of a daughter by her father to a ruler. 39, then this is Sahih Bukhari 5134, that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. He consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. Hisham said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with the Prophet for 9. So Hisham, right, just want y'all to see that. This is what it's saying. And it's in this paragraph right here. So y'all need to do some research. So this guy here slandered. The card said he slandered that man. All right? And we got the last final card. Look, it said recognition. This is beautiful. And a man on a horse. Now, and then you got Jupiter right here, Jupiter. The sign, we back to that, because that's the first card that came out, was the sun god Horus card. So look, it's a man on a horse, and it's saying, in an upright, success, victory, winning, having the advantage, triumph, achievement, praise, acclaim, awards, recognition, applause, goodwill, fame, celebrity, fans, well-wishers, supporters, and crowds. So that, according to the tarot, that's a lie. That man did not have nothing to do with no 6-year-old. This is pure deception. This is what the cards say. Like I said, I'm not into the religion at all, but this is interesting to find out. Excuse me. So, 2 minutes to come, peace in noon times.